I... I remember that night so clearly. The night I truly became a mother. It was 3 a.m. and Jamal had been crying for hours. I was so tired, so lost. Earlier that day I had felt so confident. I've got this, I thought. But as night fell and Jamal's cries grew louder, that confidence crumbled. I'd tried everything. Feeding, changing, rocking. Nothing worked. His cries seemed to fill our tiny apartment, echoing off the walls. I remember looking at my reflection in the window, seeing a woman I barely recognized, exhausted, overwhelmed, wondering if I was cut out for this. The books, the classes, they hadn't prepared me for this feeling of helplessness. I thought about my own mother, how she made it look so easy. But she wasn't here. It was just me and Jamal alone in the night. Please, please stop crying. Mommy's here. But the cries continued, each one feeling like a judgment on my abilities. I thought about calling for help, but who? At 3 a.m.? I felt tears forming in my own eyes, matching Jamal's. And then, something changed. I looked down at Jamal, really looked at him, and saw not just a crying baby, but my son. His tiny fingers curled around my thumb, holding on so tight. In that moment I realized he needed me as much as I needed him. I held him close and started humming a lullaby my grandmother used to sing. It was off-key and imperfect, but it came from my heart. Slowly his cries began to soften, and in that moment I felt it. This overwhelming surge of love and strength I didn't know I had. We stood there, swaying in the moonlight, two souls finding comfort in each other. The city slept, but our world was wide awake. I looked at his face, his perfect little nose, his long eyelashes, and I saw in him all the hopes and dreams I had for his future. Every tiny detail was a miracle to me, but I also saw the challenges he might face in this world. As a black mother raising a black son, I knew the road ahead wouldn't always be easy. The weight of this responsibility settled on my shoulders. But in that moment, I made a silent promise. To always be there, to always fight for him, to always love him unconditionally. No matter what life threw our way, we'd face it together. That was the moment I knew I could do this. We could do this.